Hi, did you know that there is a difference between a psychic and a medium? And did you know it's really important to be able to tell the difference between the two? My name is Claire Broad. I am a medium, I'm a spiritual teacher and a best-selling author, and in this video I'm going to explain to you why it's so important that you need to understand there's a difference and how it will benefit you to know there is. Have you ever been for a reading where you have booked to see a medium because you are wanting to hear from a loved one in the spirit world, and yet that medium hasn't been able to describe to you who's with them? Instead, you may hear sentences such as, they're telling me this, or they're telling me that. For example, they may say, they're telling me that you are unhappy in your job and that you have been for a job interview recently. Something along those lines. But yet they haven't described who the they is who are telling them that. I've had readings like that, and you come away actually doubting and questioning more than you have answers, because you start to wonder, is there an afterlife? I haven't actually heard or had confirmation or been given confidence that my loved ones are there with me. So I'm going to explain to you why it is that is actually probably a reading by a psychic and not a medium. Psychics tune into the energy of a person who's living. So when you go to see a psychic, maybe they use tarot cards, maybe they may use palm reading, maybe they may use runes. There's so many tools out there that they may choose to use, or maybe they may just hold your hand or hold a piece of your jewellery, something along those lines. But they're all doing the same thing. They're tuning into you, into your energy field, into your conscious awareness, into your life. And they're giving information about what's going on around you now, perhaps things that have happened in the past with your own life, and maybe even insights into the future. A medium, however, their job is to tune in to a disincarnate being, someone in the spirit world, a third party member in the sitting. So their job isn't to focus on you, but is to focus on making a connection with the spirit world and to describe to you a deceased loved one. Someone hopefully that you will recognise or be able to go away and research. The idea of mediumship is to try to provide evidence that consciousness can survive physical death. Now, when I use the word evidence, what I mean here is to provide an experience that is suggestive that we can exist beyond the physical world. There isn't any scientific proof, and I'm quite clear on that, of an afterlife, but you can have an experience that helps you to know for yourself that there's something more. So when you go to see a medium, that's what you're looking for. You're looking for comfort, you're looking for peace of mind, you're looking for hope, you're looking for a therapeutic service that helps you to move through your grief so that you can move into a happier state of mind and get on with living your best life. So the two services are completely different. A medium will focus on the communicator. They will hopefully describe to you things about that person that help you to know there's an afterlife. For example, they may describe the sex of the person, male or female. They may describe the relationship of the person to you, perhaps mother or father, brother or sister. Hopefully they'll describe the character and the personality of that person so that you can really begin to build trust that, yes, my mother was like that, for example, or my brother did act like that or was that way. And if they're clairaudient and able to hear, they may even be able to give a name. If you get that description of a loved one and you start to understand, yeah, that's who I have come to hear from, or yes, I know that person or heard of that person, then you can start to get really excited because you know this medium is going beyond what they would normally know or you'd expect them to know. And then the medium will provide what's known as evidence of survival. So information that is suggestive that that loved one is still with you, they're still walking with you, they still see you, they still support you, because the medium may describe things going on around you now, things that have happened since that person's passing. There's a whole host of things. And they'll also provide a message, so they'll tell you why it is that your spirit loved one has come. So why is it really important to understand there's a difference between the two services? Well, because you may have different needs and you don't want to spend your hard-earned money going for the wrong service. If in your life right now, for example, you want to know something about you, if you're grappling with a decision, or if you're feeling that you want a bit of insight or guidance or support about what's going on around you in your own life, and you're focused on that, then going to see a medium is only going to disappoint you, because the medium is not going to focus on you and sorting out things in your life or giving you advice about that. So that's not what they're there for. But going to a psychic might be really helpful for you at this time, because it might show you that there's more to your life than you understand. It might show you the brilliance of human potential, at least, of the psychic being able to explain to you things that are going on in your life. And it might hold a little bit of a mirror up, I suppose, so that you can come away and sort of see things more clearly and make decisions that are more beneficial to you. If, however, you're suffering with grief, going to see a psychic is going to do absolutely nothing for you, because you're not worried about what's going on in your own life right now. You're wanting to know, are my loved ones well? Are they okay? Did they survive death? Are they with me still? You're wanting help with grief and to understand a greater reality. Perhaps you're wanting help with spiritual enlightenment. Maybe you're wanting spirit guides to come through or higher wisdom to come through. They're the times when you need to seek out the services of a medium. Now, what can happen, unfortunately, is that if a medium hasn't had good, solid, high quality training, that person may think they're a medium when in fact they're actually a psychic. What I mean by this is that if that person can't describe to you the communicator, other than to say they're telling me this, it may well be that they're actually just tuned into you and they don't realise they are. They may have a belief in the afterlife, they may know spirit are there, and they may just assume or take for granted that it is a spirit guidance giving them insights about you, because they haven't yet been taught themselves that there's a difference between psychic ability and mediumship. Now, I want to make it quite clear that there isn't one service better than the other. Psychic ability isn't better than mediumship. Mediumship isn't better than psychic ability. It's just that you want to know what service you're being offered. Now, to muddy the waters just a little bit further, many mediums offer psychic insights as well during a reading, and that's because we are all psychic. You might have heard it said before that not all psychics are mediums, but all mediums are psychics. And the reason for that is all of us are psychic. Have you ever had an intuitive insight? Perhaps you've thought of someone and they arrived there on the doorstep. You've had strange, coincidences like that. We're all psychic, and we can use our psychic ability to varying degrees of success. Good psychics can use their abilities to a high degree of success. And I've had readings with psychics who have blown my mind, and it's been really helpful in helping me just to reflect on where I am in my own life and be able to move forward and make great decisions for myself. Similarly, if you can go and see a medium who can provide you with fantastic evidence for life after death, the peace of mind that you gain is able to help you then move forward with less fear in your life, less fear of death, knowing that your loved ones are around you and that you'll see them again, and so that you move on more happily, more contently, and go and make the most of life. Take life with both hands. If you ever bump up against a practitioner who hasn't had great training, who isn't aware that they're working one way or the other, at least you can spot whether you're with somebody that you can trust. I think if we're going to move forward in this line, in this field, with any kind of success, because it's not regulated, it's really helpful if we educate ourselves so that we know when we're exploring the field of spirit communication and psychic ability and the paranormal, we know what we're looking for and what we need up front. And then we can sort out the wheat from the chaff ourselves. If you found this video interesting, please click the subscribe button and tap on the bell. I'm looking forward to sharing more content with you soon. And in the meantime, I want to thank you for watching.